That's it. We're live. Hey, everybody. We're back like clockwork without missing a beat, like the heart of a fit 21-year-old young fella, just as regular as can be, without missing a step. We're we're, we're always here, every on time. So, because somebody might not remember where we were last time, we had Joe this way. Joe Ral was landing his transport on the pirate base. We'll call them what they are, pirate, with a load of commandos ready to go in and storm the place. And Druto was headed to intercept a couple of starfighters that were flying loose in the system.
We did
It
that.
was you. You did that in the shadow of the moon, but now you guys are all splitting up to different objectives.
That's right.
So it's you and Zicklickle headed off to pick off the two that are kind of out patrolling. The other two guys are headed off to the platform, and the main ship, the command ship, is kind of slowly heading towards the third planetoid, which is where Ral is. So everything is coming to a head. Everything is happening. It's exciting. Everyone watching is excited. They're very excited.
I'm so excited.
I just can't hide it. So let's see. How about we go in with, we'll start in with Ral.
Okay.
So where we left off, you just touched down back in the docking bay.
Mm.
And there were, I'll go ahead and update this because I don't think we went into a lot of detail. I'm going to share my drawing. I made a drawing. It's now 100% less phallic than last time.
Wow, that's
There.
a lot less.
So this geometrical shape looking thing is, think of it as a bounding box around Ral's ship without any of the awkward innuendo, uncomfortable contours that such a ship would bring to mind. So that's where his ship is. Over here is where the two Y ties that had escorted him in the first time around, that's where they are. On your way in, you happen to glimpse and notice there's a unconscious guy laying over there still.
Nice.
And coming from this doorway back here, you see a couple of guys entering the room as you've touched down. They're carrying blaster rifles.
Okay. Where are all the commandos in my ship?
They are back kind of in the space between your boarding ramp and the door going back to the cargo hold.
Okay.
They're all kind of stacking up on the ramp, but if you want to do anything different, you can go tell them. They don't seem to have any one person that's like clearly in charge.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll just start dropping the ramp then.
Okay. So you're in the cockpit.
Yep.
And you drop the ramp. Okay. And it starts to go down. And as the ramp's dropping, another guy comes into the room with a blaster rifle.
Okay. Well, as it's dropping, I'll get up and walk back to where the commandos, the totally not commando guys are.
These are not totally not commandos.
Oh, okay.
These are Blarks, like armed security people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll walk back to them, and I'll say, "Looks like 3 outside right now. Let's." If you find Spasso, try and take him alive.
They kind of look at each other and they're like, well, the boss wants him dead.
Well, he can be dead after we take him.
And a guy with a really annoying face says, well, I'm not getting shot just to stun the guy. And they kind of look around at each other. And then finally, Glorbo, your Gamorrean buddy, he just kind of, and then he's just like takes off down the ramp.
New best friend.
Oh man, you made 2 new friends this round with your hyper squirrel.
And he gets down there, and you hear some guys shouting, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing?" And then you hear Glorbo kind of yelling back up at you.
Let's follow his lead.
Do you have your data pad?
Yeah.
Do you want to check
Sure.
what he's saying?
Sure.
Okay. So you kind of glance at it and he's like, I can kill him now, right? Now I can kill them.
I'll just yell down, yep, go ahead, get started.
He's like, "Grr, grr." And so he just turns and starts unloading on the 3 guys down there. Yeah, his unusually large blaster rifle thing lets out like really heavy sounds when it fires. Boom. Kind of like almost like a thud goes through the air whenever he fires it. And so pretty quickly they're firing back at him. Another couple of the security boys like run down the ramp. And so there's like 3 more still up in your ship, and they're kind of looking at each other like, because there's blaster fire like hitting the ramp and all around it.
After you guys.
The really punchable guy's like, all right, let's just go. And he runs off down there. Finally, the last 2 run off down there.
Okay.
Ral.
I guess.
Does Ral have any personal desire to get in the mix here?
Probably not with the first 3 guys now.
Okay.
So he's just gonna wait until what seems to be a lull in the firefight before going down.
Okay. So the rest of the guys run down there, and there's a lot of blaster fire being exchanged, and your ramp is getting chewed up just a little bit. Like it's picking up some pock marks. And after about 15, 20 seconds,
as soon as he notices the pock marks, he's going down.
Okay. That's like right away.
Okay, he's going down like right away.
Okay. Like there's a smoking little crater like right off center of the middle of the boarding ramp. So it's not even symmetrical. Like it's just off center of the middle of the boarding ramp, and it's kind of like steaming and smoking a little.
My OCD.
And so I'm guessing Ral pulls out his heavy blaster and starts like sprinting down there also.
Right.
So there's still some blaster fire going through the air, and you hear one last pew out of Glorbo's thing, and the last pirate just kind of he does a Power Rangers fall. He kind of like and flies backwards through the air and kind of twitches on the ground and then stops.
Okay.
So right now it looks like all of the enemies are down.
Okay.
Kind of looking, all of the security boys are looking at each other like, okay, see anybody else? Is there anybody else here?
I'll start raising the ramp on my ship back up and start locking it up.
Okay.
So there's 2 doors in here.
Yes. Right? Top left, so to speak, of the room and top right. It's those boxy inside the wall shapes.
Okay. And how many guys are here with me?
6 plus you.
6 plus me. Okay.
That's counting Glorbo.
Okay. And they're just like they obviously don't have anyone in charge, right?
Yeah, like there's nobody's really putting out any leadership. They're kind of yelling at each other, but nobody's, taking orders.
Okay. I'll just I'll say, hey, you and just point to the annoying guy and 2 other random guys and be like, you guys take that doorway. We're going through this one.
So which are you going through?
The top right one.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so everybody kind of looks around and they're like, all right, fine. And so the other 3 go off to the other door over here and you come over here. Yeah. You get to the door and it doesn't look like it's locked. So either Raul or somebody kind of keys it open. And what you get is this is not to scale, is a long hallway with like 3 doorways on either side. The one door in the middle on the left is really thick. I'm kidding. I'm just bad at drawing. So you got a long hallway with a bunch of doors in it.
Okay. I am going to set my blaster to stun and say, let's start checking these doors. I'll say, hey, Glorbo, you're with me. The other 2 guys, you guys start on the right side of the hallway. We'll check the left.
Did you pick the extremely irritating guy to come with you?
No, I sent him the other way.
Okay. Okay, you kind of pat him on the shoulder. This guy's your tank. He goes in first. Okay. All right. Which side did you pick?
Left side.
Left side. Okay. So you kind of you get up to this door and you key it and it opens up. It opens up into a little room here. What do you do? Stick your head in? What do you do?
Stick my head in.
Ask someone else to go first. Okay. So you stick your head and look around. It looks like it's a sort of like a control room for the docking bay. There's nobody obvious in here. There's like a long panel of controls and such there. A couple of chairs for people to sit at.
Okay, I'll just look at Glorbo and go, empty. Let's go to the next one.
Okay. So you come up to the door and you hear a little bit of blaster fire across the hall. The door's open.
They're fine.
Okay. I'll just leave that at my back and keep going.
No, we'll look back over at what they're doing and see if they
Okay.
actually need our help or not.
Okay, so you glance in there,
Mm,
and it's a kind of like a cafeteria looking room, and there's one dude laying on the ground just somewhere with a smoking hole in his stomach. And
okay.
one of the security guys looks at you and says, "Oops.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good."
All right, let's keep going.
All right. So you go back up to the next door on the left,
Yep.
correct?
Yes.
And you open it up, and it looks like an office. So there's a desk here with a chair behind it. Kind of a shelf of stuff over here. A couple of chairs.
Okay. Does this look like a nice office?
It looks
Have a-
nicer than the stuff you've seen so far,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
and
go.
unusually clean.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go in and have a look around, look in the shelf and under the desk and whatnot.
Okay, so you're poking around looking for things,
For people.
people. Okay, so you kind of look under the desk and poke at the shelf a bit, looking for like fake books and so on, and CD or disc cases and whatever. You don't see anything or anybody in there.
Okay. Hmm. I say to Glorbo, this was probably his office, but he's not here. Let's keep going.
So you get outside, and these guys are still outside of this door, and they can't seem to get it open.
Okay. Is there anything unusual about the door?
No, it just seems to be locked.
Hmm.
The little panel next to it indicates that it's locked.
Okay. I say, let's check these last two. We'll come back to that one.
They kind of shrug and nod their heads and come with you. So you come and you open this one. This one does open up, and it's a large sized room. I'm guessing you peek in.
Yeah.
And it's got some bunk beds in it. That's about what you can see from where you are. Those are bunk beds.
Okay. Well, I'll go in and have a look around real quick, looking for people.
Okay. So you step in. Go ahead and roll your perception. Oh yeah. Rolling. Dice with friends? No. Rolls.
I got
With
a
a
12.
Z. You did get a 12. A 5, and a 2. That's not bad. So you kind of hear like some really hushed voices and like whisper kind of chatter from somewhere in the room.
Okay.
The walls are like kind of concrete, like, rough material. So could be echoing a bit.
I see.
You did have your blaster on stun.
Yeah. I'll motion Glorbo in and start looking around the room for the voices that I have heard.
Okay. So Glorbo's just kind of, and then he just like bursts into the room, like swinging his giant gun everywhere. And he doesn't see anything here. So he kind of rounds the corner and starts shooting. Pew, pew.
Well, I'll run over to back him up.
Okay. Yeah. So I gotta look up Glorbo's stat sheet. Can't remember what his perception is. Oh no. So you'll be deciding whether you and Glorbo go first.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually an opportunity. Okay. Well, anyway, so you go around the corner, and Glorbo has completely blown away a busted up looking droid that was standing in that room. And there's also a couple of guys ducking behind another bunk bed over here, and they're pointing blaster pistols in your direction.
Well, I mean, I was going to be like, maybe these guys aren't pirates. Maybe they're just like actual miners or something. I don't care anymore. Yeah, I guess me and Glorbo are going to go first.
Yes. Yeah, you'll go first. So how many actions, and what actions would you want to take? Or you could try to talk them down.
I think I'll try and talk them down.
Okay. So Glorbo has blown away this droid. Like in a couple of shots, it's just all over the place. And the two guys saw that. You're kind of hanging out near the corner of the room, I'm guessing.
Sure. That sounds good.
That'll give you, let's say, partial cover. That'll give you like 2D worth of cover. So what do you want to yell at them?
I yell, come on out. We're not going to hurt you. Just give up.
Like a second passes, and one of them's like, he's a Gamorrean.
He's not going to hurt you, I promise.
Glorbo kind of aims his rifle over at him. Like it's pointing right at them, but he hasn't fired yet.
Right.
Are you going to say anything else? Is he going to take several seconds to figure out what to do? What is he going to do?
I'll just say, well, you can come out or he can start shooting.
And so then Glorbo shoots. Like right after you say that, he kind of like, and you hear this like, you're kind of at the corner, so you can see like one of the guys like flies back against the wall, and the other guy drops his gun. He's okay, all right, you got me.
All right, come here. Where'd Spasso go?
Boss? You mean boss?
Sure.
He's probably in his office, or like maybe he's in his bedroom. I don't know.
Where's his bedroom?
It's like right over there. And he kind of like points in a direction.
Across from his office?
Kind of.
Okay, fine. Well, thanks for that. Glorbo?
And Glorbo shoots him. Whoa.
All right, let's go check on those other two.
And then Glorbo goes over and like kicks a piece of the droid and then heads back out towards the hall.
Okay, well, we'll check on the other two where they went across the way there.
Yeah, they were right here. So it looks like this door is also locked. So let's take this moment to switch over to Druto. Druto and Zikalikel have been closing in on the two craft that were out patrolling. And they've kind of gotten, right around the, getting really close to the edge of engagement range. Everybody is on each other's sensors. And so Druto gets a hail.
Okay.
I forgot what your ship does when it gets a hail now.
I thought I fixed it.
I
Oh
think
no,
I think you
something else
replaced
happens.
it.
You replaced it.
It does like sad droid sounds.
Oh yeah. So you get a very emo sounding R2 series sound. And it's so sad you're not even sure if you want to take the communication.
Huh.
Oh, that's a sad R2.
Okay.
So you take it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So the comm comes up and some guy is like, "Hey, you guys are in the wrong system. I suggest you turn around and get out of here. You go back to where you came from."
Wow. That's the best you've got. Wow. Okay. Goodbye. And then I just close it and I speed up.
Okay. And you get another really sad droid sound.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
this is really just killing the mood here.
Now I'm too sad to dogfight.
I guess I don't want to die. Not really.
Okay.
So you're getting
I
another.
accept it again.
Hey, you can't just close the channel on me. That's really rude.
Click.
We've got and for probably the first time ever, you get a sense of humor from Zikalikel. He's still on like the team comm with you, and he just says, "Yes, that was good."
Oh man. I needed to score points with him, so that's good. He's a tough cookie.
So you're probably 5 or so seconds out of like your maximum engagement range, and you get another hail on your comms. By the way, they've turned and they're headed right towards you also.
Okay. Okay. I'll answer it and I'll try to preempt them and say, if you're not surrendering, shut up.
But this is our.
Okay. Click.
We're the Spasteroid hunters. Oh. And one of the Y ties just starts spraying in your direction. Like the bolts kind of dissipate before they get close enough to do anything.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Now you get to roll. What is
I made
your
them
perception?
angry.
I bet it's 3D.
It is.
I don't have Zickalickel's full stat sheet up. But
Ooh.
we'll just say it goes with yours.
I rolled a 6. I don't know if
You'll
that
go
counts.
first. I didn't need you to roll, but
Oh,
it wouldn't
man.
for perception.
It was a good roll.
I would say high roll if you had a tie, but we'll say it goes off of yours. All right. So you've just entered into the outside range. How many actions? You're inside of engagement range. So moving towards, like in a direction, counts as an action. But if you're just going to be dogfighting, like you don't have to take that as an action.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take 2 actions.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot at the closest one.
Okay. So roll your first one.
Okay. Okay. And I don't do I do the penalty on the first one?
Yes, if you're taking 2.
Okay. So it's -1 die.
Correct.
Okay. I think this is correct. And I did roll a 6.
Definitely re-roll it.
$19.
Okay, so you fire at him, and he's still pretty like close to the edge of your engagement range, and so he's just barely able to get that boat to twist out of the way of your first shot. But it's close.
Okay.
And let's see. Instead of taking an action, Zickalickle comes over the comms and he says, "These are very tough. I will also fire at your target."
Acknowledged.
And so then you get a little bit of return fire. The guy that you fired at fires back at you.
Okay.
So at this point, you can choose to try to tank the damage, or you can use your other action to do a dodge.
I'm going to dodge.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't do that right.
Definitely. How did you roll a 0?
You
I
did
left
it
a number
so
off.
you did it so wrong it forced me to reconnect.
What?
It,
It only forced you, though. So could have been worse.
There we go.
Okay,
And I rolled
so
a 6.
did you take the penalty?
I did,
Okay.
but
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
25.
That's weird. Anyway, so he fires at you. You're easily able to dodge his return shot. And the other Y-type seems to be firing off at Zickalickle. More or less the same result. There's no hit. Okay. Everybody's used their actions. Next round.
Okay.
How many actions?
I'm going to take 2. I would like to attempt to maneuver behind them. Like, directly behind. Oh, they have that stupid... That's okay.
You
They
can
have that
change it.
stupid rear gun.
You can change it. They have a turret. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try to be behind and a little to the side. We'll try
Okay.
that.
Yeah. They can't shoot you through their own TIE fighter solar panels.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm on the opposite side of their turret, like the bottom side of them, I'm in their blind spot.
True. Okay, so let's see. Let's do this. Let's have you roll against their piloting skill, your piloting skill against their piloting skill. And then I'll give the other guy an extra bonus for the difficulty of the maneuver. It's a Y tie. It's not that maneuverable. It's not very maneuverable at all.
So
Tell you what, make sure you include your maneuver into your skill.
isn't that my normal starfighter piloting skill?
Yeah. You would do your starfighter piloting skill plus your ship's maneuver.
Okay, that's what I've been doing for my dodges.
Yeah, that's correct.
So, okay, gotcha.
Okay, so just roll that again.
Okay, with the penalty.
This is your first action. You declared 2, so yes, it'll be with the -1 dice penalty.
Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. 18.
Okay, so you kind of twist and turn around behind him, and he's just savvy enough you're not able to get right where you want to be.
Okay.
He's not great, but he was just able to keep you out of that spot.
Gotcha. So he might
Let's
still
say
shoot at me.
With the turret, maybe he could, but because he dodged, basically, he's counter maneuvering. Let's say he has also used up an action.
Okay.
So he's not going to have an action to fire back. Now, the guy you were maneuvering against, Zickalickle, is going to take a shot at him like he said he was going to.
Good.
Okay. And that guy is going to not dodge because he can't. He can't. He doesn't. Well, okay. He'll do a dodge with a penalty. You can always, I guess he already did a dodge. It was just rolled into that maneuvering thing. Nah, it's a separate action. So he'll do a dodge and get an extra penalty for that.
I had to make things confusing by trying to break the system.
Okay, so Zickalickle takes a shot at him, and the guy decides to dodge, and he's able to just barely get out of it. Like the bolt skitters across the armor of his Y-wing.
Okay.
And the other Y-tie is still taking shots at Zickalickle, but he's not able to connect with them.
All right.
Next round.
Oh, I have a second action. Does anyone else have a second action?
You dodged. You took a dodge. You fired, and then you did a maneuver, and then you dodged the shot. No, you didn't, because he didn't have an action to use on you. That's right.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So you still have your second action.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot at him,
Good.
and then he'll use his same dodge, I guess.
It'll be the same result. Yeah.
Right. Right. That's okay. Okay. I take 2 actions so many times. I don't have shortcuts for the penalties.
Yeah, I don't either. What I've been doing is I'll just like roll the whole dice and then roll like a 1 dice for penalty and subtract it
Yeah, I
mentally.
guess that's quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. So 18.
Okay. So he starts to kind of like enter into a turn, and the fact that he was like continuing some of his maneuver, not to dodge you, but just flying, he almost causes you to miss, but you still hit. You do actually get a hit on his body. So go ahead and roll your damage.
14. And these things are so tanky.
Correct. Yeah. So it hits, and it kind of makes the ship jolt for a second, but otherwise it keeps on.
Okay.
All right. Next round. Number of actions.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Try to stay maneuvered behind him and harass him, so that
Okay.
Zickalickle has a better chance to pelt him too. So am I rolling my maneuver again?
Yes.
25.
Yay. Is that with the penalty? You got 2
Mhm.
actions, right?
Yes, that is with the penalty.
I see that in your formula, but I don't see where it's actually subtracting it.
It's the -2 right at the end if you hover over.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I
I
didn't
got
see the
lucky
minus, and I
rolling
thought,
3 6s.
okay, so you maneuver on him, and this time you slide right into the sweet spot. You're right there behind him. So from now on, he's going to have to try to do a maneuver to break you out of that spot. And instead of him getting a bonus to avoid it, because you're the one trying to make it happen, now you're going to get a bonus rolling to maintain the position.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Cool.
Okay. And so immediately he starts twisting and turning and tries to like maneuver out of the spot. So go ahead and roll your starship piloting again. Plus maneuver.
Okay. So, but without penalty.
Yeah, that makes sense, because you're not taking an action. You're doing your maneuver thing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
20.
So you easily are able to stay right on his tail,
Yeah.
but slightly below, or whatever it is that you were wanting to do. The comm kind of crackles for a second, and Zickalickle says, "Yes, good," and then he fires at the ship himself. And he's able to score a hit. Let's see if he actually gets damage done. Hopefully he does. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So he's finally able to land a little bit of damage on there. Let's just say there was a bad roll involved, and so his hit hits the Y tie and kind of in it, and the armor around one of his connection points with one of the solar panels kind of peels back and it's sparking.
Nice.
Looks like it's starting to list to the side a bit. And that was his dodge. So that guy has taken an action. The other Y tie is still, it looks like he's trying to maneuver around behind Zikalical at this point. But I'll go ahead and roll that. I'm not going to hand wave everything. Yeah, so he's able to kind of twist out of that and he's staying out of danger. Okay. Second actions. Your turn again.
I shoot him.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to pull a
No
Top
way.
Gun and like try to line your canopy up with his.
Pull up next to him and be like, "Look at me."
I
see
rolled a
you.
6.
So let's see. I'm going to say you're going to get a bonus to this because you've maneuvered into a position that gives you a superior firing position. So let's say you get a +5 bonus for that. So this roll is going to
Okay.
be a 23.
Okay.
Well, he rolled a
I
6
got.
as
I
well.
also rolled a 6.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll the 6 then. And
Okay,
we'll add
and
5
that did
after all
include
of that.
the minus 1d6 penalty.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. That was
1d6 plus 3
I did-
plus 5. So it's a 26 total.
yeah.
It's a good number.
That's a good
It's a
shot.
good number. He's going to try to dodge it. He almost is able to like do a weird twisty barrel rolly thing and just like by luck twist out of all of them, but he doesn't. You hit him. Well, sometimes bad rolls happen.
Sometimes they do.
It could have been worse.
Yes.
So you hit him and it does kind of like jolt the ship a bit, but there's no obvious damage from it.
Yeah. I need a concussion missile.
Blow him up and then fly through the fireball of his starfighter because that's what smart pilots do.
While shooting at the next guy.
Yeah. You'll never get killed doing that. Oh.
But
Combat
Wedge
sim
is one of
days.
my favorite characters.
But he has plot armor. All right.
Oh,
So
yeah, I don't have that.
you don't have plot armor.
Oh no.
Trust me. All right. So the other Y tie takes a shot at Zikalical again. And Zikalical kind of dodges, but he goes ahead and peels off to go after the other guy. Apparently he's tired of getting shot at over and over.
Okay.
So that was your second action, right?
Yep.
All right. How many actions?
2.
2. First action, shoot at him.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Uh, 19.
And you're still getting the +5. So That
Oh.
comes out as a 24.
All right.
Yeah, you're getting a bonus because you put yourself into a perfect firing position.
So I don't have to keep rolling maneuver unless he does a dodge.
If he tries to maneuver out of it, you'll counter maneuver.
Okay.
If he just decides to let himself get busted up, then no. All right, roll your damage.
Ooh,
A
19.
19.
That's better.
It is better. I will remind you that you can add character points to damage rolls. Only because I feel obligated to. Okay. So you fire, you get a hit on him, and this time it looks like it did something. So you hit him, and the kind of armor plating around the other solar panel where the connection point is peeling back, and now both of them are sparking and they don't look like they're in very good condition at all. And so
I think this is
go ahead.
I think this is the most epic ugly fight I've ever witnessed.
What, tucking him behind them and just like laying into them? Apparently, Y ties are the Rocky Balboa of starfighters. They just face tank everything with their hands down, and
I can
I'm
go
gonna
the
tire him
distance.
out. Yeah, I'm gonna tire him out.
As long as he doesn't get a hit on me, because I can't take it.
So he takes that hit and he immediately starts trying to like do some kind of split S or something to get out of it. So he's maneuvering.
Okay.
His ship's not maneuvering very well at all. I'm just gonna say you're gonna have to roll poorly. Wow. He rolled a 6. So you're plus you're also getting a bonus of 5 to your maneuver. So
Okay.
he's getting some penalties
Oh,
due to the
man.
fact that he's taking damage, but he still rolled a 6. Yeah. So like it was so bad. He actually gave you the opportunity to get a little bit better of a position than you had before. Like it was a catastrophically bad maneuver. And so for this turn, you're gonna get like an extra +1 to your firing on him.
Okay. This is my second shot.
Take it.
All right. Am I adding bonus or you'll add, I guess. So 17.
Okay, and that's +6, so you get a 23. He is still not maneuvering well. He tries to dodge, but he doesn't. He doesn't at all. So go ahead and roll your damage.
14.
This is why you don't take a Y-wing or the descendant of a Y-wing to a dogfight.
Mm.
But that's what I'm doing.
Don't.
It's wrong on both sides, okay? Both sides can be wrong.
Oh, he rolled a 1. I didn't notice that.
Ooh.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. His wild
For-
die was a 1 for his dodge.
Ooh.
For his dodge. I'll just play dead.
Okay, so yeah, it's really bad. Now, was this your damage roll just now?
Yeah.
2, 3, 6, 2, 1. Okay. Because of how bad his dodge was, like he's gonna be slightly more vulnerable to damage too. Like it's getting really bad. So you hit him, and it kind of like peels off some of the armor across the top of his starfighter, and then you see like this like brief flicker across the back end of his ship, and it looks like his shields just completely blew out.
Nice.
Okay,
this has
that was your
gone
second
much
roll.
faster than the first encounter.
They're stupidly tanky. Stupidly tanky. They
But I've
can't
gotten
dodge.
so many more hits now that I've just been hanging out behind him.
Yeah.
I'm doing
yeah.
damage so much faster.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, like a really good pilot that was experienced with flying one of these might not even try to dodge.
He might
Like
just tank everything.
they might just face tank everything. Like throw their
Yeah.
shields full forward and try to take you out in one pass or something.
Yeah.
But this is not that guy.
It's a scummy pirate.
He's a pirate, so he's not intelligent. He's an NPC.
He does not have. I just.
He has not downloaded
I
latest
forgot the word.
algorithm.
I forgot the word.
Go on.
I forgot the word and I haven't remembered it.
Yes, good. Continue.
That's all I got.
All right, good. That's perfect. That's great. Just great. Thanks for contributing.
Yeah.
So back to the guy that's actually taking actions, man. I'm leaving. I don't have to take this. All right. So next round, how many actions?
2.
Okay. So you're kind of in a position. Let's see how you do this round. But you're in a position to just pound him into nothing. And he's not going to retaliate. It's like mathematically it's not going to happen. So let's see how much you mess him up on this. If you roll ones, do
I still get the bonus?
Yes. Yeah. So your total's 18.
Oh. It's still pretty good.
He put in a solid effort and no. No.
Oh,
Just
no.
no.
Wait, it's damage. It's okay.
But that's your damage. Yeah.
I was scared
let's
for a
see.
second.
His shields totally blew out.
His shields blew out and you got 22 for damage?
Yeah, but I rolled a 1, so I got nervous. But it's not a skill roll.
Hey, okay, there we go. Yeah. Finally, you get what you've been waiting for. You fire a solid shot that hits, and it doesn't hit the armor. It goes into. Let me word this carefully. It goes into his craft, and there's a detonation, and the entire back end of his craft explodes. Happy Pride Month. I was trying not to make it sound just like that. Yeah, your shot punches through, and like you get the fireball you've been looking for.
Yes.
Bits of Y and tie are flying off in different directions.
Victory.
Yeah. And so after that, it's a pretty easy thing for you and Zikalical to kind of hound the last one and just keep pounding him with shots until his armor melts off and the whole thing goes up in a big old twisted and then frozen mess of metal. Yay, you got him. All right, let's jump back to Ral. Let's see. Let's jump back to Ral. We'll spend just a short time with Ral, and then we'll need to wrap it up. All right, so Ral, is my drawing still up? It is. Okay, Ral. So you guys have come back out into the hallway. Glorbo is kind of like hanging around. The other two guys that are with you are hanging around up here too.
Okay.
They kind of like look at you like it's locked.
Well, I'm going to inspect the door. I actually do have a security skill now, so maybe I can use that to open it up.
Nice.
Okay. Well, how about this? Roll. So what's your intention?
My intention is to see if I can open the door.
Okay. So a skill like security also includes some level of knowledge. Like, here's how you defeat a door if you're trying to get through it. So you're looking at the door, and it's a civilian grade door. You might be able to mess with it a bit and try a few like admin passwords you might know about. You might also be able to just smash it open, like blast the controls and then see if you can't get the door open.
Okay. Well, I'll try to mess with it a bit first.
What's your security skill level?
It is 3D plus 1. Do you need me to roll it?
Yes, you should certainly roll it.
Okay, not rule of one. I just jinxed myself, didn't I?
Nope.
No, I didn't.
Yes, give it to me. No. That's a pretty decent roll.
It is.
All right. Fine. So, yeah, so you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, I'll try to punch in some of the standard overrides for a lot of these manufacturers, but then I'm just gonna blast it.
That's pretty much my idea.
Yeah,
there.
that's what your understanding of security tells you should try. You're from Nar Shaddaa. That's how we do it on Nar Shaddaa. We mess
That's
with
how
it,
we
we
do
poke
it
at
at
it. Yeah, we poke at it a bit, and then we take the crowbar to it.
Yeah.
So you punch in a couple of codes, and they both kind of give you an error. And you try a third one, and it says access granted. The admin password was admin, so you have access.
Okay, I'll open the door.
Okay. Swoosh, it slides open.
And
we're looking at that's this room here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you open up and there's a needlessly luxurious bedroom here with a large double-sized bed over there and some other like accoutrement of a gentleman. And there's also what looks like a doorway back over here.
Okay. I'll head in, and look around, see if I see anybody. If not, I'll head over to the other door.
Okay. So you're kind of looking around as you go. Nothing obvious. There's not really a lot of hiding spaces. You kind of look under the bed. Nope. You get over to the other door.
Yep. I'll try and open that one too.
Okay. So you key it and it slides open, and you immediately see something that's between a very large bathtub and a very small pool. Like imagine 3 or 4 whirlpool bathtubs put together. And further into the area, there's like a little refresher, like shower type unit here. And then there's a next to it, kind of in another stall, there's a small door here. Right here, there's a Star Wars toilet. And Spasso is sitting on it with a data pad. He's like, hey, what are you doing? What was that sound out there?
A hyper flusher. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
A hyper flush toilet.
Hyper flusher.
Hyper flush. It's a hyper throne.
Hyper throne.
So he's kind of looking at his data pad, and he's got like his really nice suit on still with his pants bunched up around his ankles. He's like, what are you?
I'll just walk in. I'll just stroll in and say, nice tub.
Happy
And
Pride Month.
I'll walk in and say, nice tub, and then shoot him.
He's kind of like covering his unmentionables with his data pad. So you fire at him. You hit him with a stun blast because it's on stun.
Yes.
Right. And he kind of looks like he's not quite going down.
I'll shoot him until he goes down.
You put another one in him, and he just like falls sideways and smacks his head against the side of the little stall area. And he's kind of like twisted and crumpled up on the floor, leaning up against that wall. And he has soaked himself a little.
Ew.
You interrupted him.
Well, I guess I did.
Yeah. I didn't say he soiled himself. He soaked himself a little.
Okay. Has anyone followed me into
Glorbo? Yeah, Glorbo kind of crowds in behind you, and he's like, he's grinning at you.
I guess I assume I'm on comms with the rest of the security guys.
Yeah.
And so I'll just key my comm and be like, I'll say, we've secured Spasso. Let's meet back at the ship. And then say, hey, Glorbo, help me drag this guy back to the ship.
And Glorbo's like, kind of grunting at you. Did you bring your data pad?
Sure, I'll pull it out. I guess I stuffed it in a pocket as I stormed down the ramp.
Sure. Up to you. You can say no.
Yeah, I've got it. I'll have a look at it.
Okay. He's like, can you take care of the pants?
I'm like, oh, sure, okay. And so I'll go over to Spasso and rip the pants off.
And Glorbo was like,
just throw the pants over in the corner.
Oh no.
he's just kind of so he goes over and grabs one of Spasso's legs and starts dragging him out.
Does it look like he needs my help at all?
How good of condition do you want Spasso to be in?
I guess I'll help.
Okay, so I guess you go like hook under his arms or something.
Right.
Okay. So you pick him up and yeah. So Glorbo sees you and he's like, ah. And so you're carrying him back out towards your ship.
Yeah.
All right. I think this is a good place to stop
Yeah.
for the only for the week. We're going to be back in a short 6 days, 22 hours and however many minutes.
2
45
months.
minutes. No. No. Why? That's not funny. It's unrealistic. So yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back to tidy up this little adventure we've had going on. You guys want to close with anything or handle anything before we finish?
Nope.
I'm seeing on both faces. So that's a no. So that's it. We'll be back next week. I predict it. I'm not promising, I'm predicting. We'll be back next week and we'll finish it up. It'll be fun. That's it.
Mm.
Adios.